Hey friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Emily. I am the founder and creator behind everything you see here at EB Knits. On this channel, I share my personal projects like this one, as well as a little behind the scenes on accessories and collections that I have in my EBKnits.org e-commerce shop. So feel free to check anything out there, ask me any questions. I'd love to connect with fellow knitters, fellow makers, or anyone that's just curious about it and wants to support handmade. So thank you so much for being here. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at EBKnits. I'm also on Pinterest, EBKnitwear. And again, my name is Emily. I'm coming to you from Orlando, Florida. This is my first year living here. So this is my first summer in Florida, and it is a very interesting experience. It's incredibly hot, feels like 100 degrees every day. Storms at least once a day, I would say. It rains a lot, and it's incredibly hot. So it's pretty uncomfortable, but still love the colors, still love the sunshine. It's just an adjustment getting used to this new weather and these new seasons. So I wanted to come on today and talk to you about this Streamlined tank top by Two of Wands. You might look familiar because I have made one. I made another one for my sister. It is in more of a light tan, light brown color. I do think that color complements this pattern better because you can see a lot of the detail better, I feel like, versus this. Looks a little more casual in my opinion. You can't see the detail as intricately, if you ask me. I have done a couple of things different, and I have done a couple of things the same. So, like I talked last time, I chose Wool and the Gang Tina tape yarn. This is the yarn label. However, this Timberwolf color is the color I used for my sister. This color that I'm wearing is called Eagle Gray. I purchased it. Normally I'm more of a vibrant color type of person. I actually purchased this yarn. I just wanted to try out Tina tape, and I got it on a major clearance. So I'm pretty much a huge bargain shopper, but I fully support purchasing this full cost. I really am a fan of this yarn, and I will make more summer garments with it. To be honest, actually the little story behind this, I first started crocheting. I'm a beginner crocheter. I've just learned this year, and I've never made a garment, only accessories like these baskets and things. So I started making a V-neck tank top, and to be honest, I did like it. I just felt, but then I went and looked at the picture of my sister wearing the Streamlined tank top, and I was like, okay, I like the crochet tank, but I love this, especially on her, and I was like, I want one for myself still, so I tore it out, and I wanted to make this. So I went ahead and did that, obviously. Now, a little more, okay, before I get off another tangent, let me tell you about this yarn. So Tina tape is 100% lyocell. Lyocell is also known as Tencel. There are websites, literally lyocell.com, tencel.com for more information, but it's a very eco-friendly fiber. It is eucalyptus tree. Sorry, I had a momentary brain moment, but it is a fiber from a eucalyptus tree. It's extremely eco-friendly, everything from harvesting it to how it grows, to the small amount of water and the short time it takes to actually turn into yarn. So the entire process is very eco-friendly. I really like Wool and the Gang's yarn company for all of the eco-friendly initiatives they have and the various yarns that they offer that are planet-friendly. And you'll see that more throughout my channel as well as throughout my EB Knit shop, because I am going to be using quite a bit of Wool and the Gang yarn for my winter collections and things like that. So, which I'm very excited for. I really like this company. I think I'm going to continue to be a very loyal customer for quite a long time. No paid ads, just really big a fan. Okay, now that I've told you about the yarn, I used 3 balls for this tank top. And this yarn is technically a Aran or heavy worsted weight yarn. And the pattern calls for a DK weight yarn. So I've talked to my previous video, excuse me, I'm repeating myself, about how I modified that. I made even a size smaller, even smaller than the extra small. I just made a gauge swatch, did the calculations. Last time I said, oh, my gauge swatch, it would probably work to make the smallest size. Did not work. It was really, really wide, really, really big. It would take a lot more yarn. So I said, no, this isn't flattering, this isn't what I want. So I tore it apart and I made my own calculations to an even smaller size than the extra small. So I followed those same calculations for this version. It did come out, I think, a little bit differently. I don't know if I was just in a different headspace this time. Also, last time was for my sister, so I was trying maybe to make it like more accurate or more beautiful. I don't know. I just feel like this one turned out a little bit differently somehow. But it still looks quite nice. A couple of things I did different. The pattern and the one I made for my sister has a split hem, which I said, oh, that's too much work. I don't want to knit and purl. So I didn't do it. And it looks fine, but I think the split hem actually elevates it a notch, which again, it could have just been a light color. I felt that that looked nicer, but I also think the split hem was really flattering. So I would do that if I were ever to do this again, and I would recommend to put it in the work to do that. I also knit this one in the round. You'll see on Ravelry a lot of project pages talking about how they did modify it. It's knit bottom up, you knit in the round, and then when you split for sleeves, you just knit flat. So that made it a bit easier, not as much purling. I did the same thing here, and I really liked that. Yeah, so it's the front and the back are the same. It's obviously a V-neck. There is detail here. It starts here, and then it kind of just goes up and into the straps here. Now, I don't know, for some reason, it looks a little bit to me more see-through right here in this area. I did the same exact needle size. I did obviously the same yarn. I knit them relatively close together. I mean, I knit my sister's in June, and now it's July, so I don't think my gauge should have changed that much, but I do feel like it's looser and a little more see-through, so I felt the need to wear a bandeau underneath this, unfortunately. But hers, I didn't feel that way. Hers, I did wear a bandeau underneath, but that was because she wanted the V quite a bit lower, and I just wasn't comfortable with that, so that's why I wore the bandeau, but I didn't think it was see-through otherwise. Mine, I made my straps a little bit shorter, so for hers I used 3 full balls of yarn. I had like none left. This I used, you know, I still would use almost 3 full balls, but just not quite as much, probably 3.8 or 2.8 balls, something like that. That's pretty much the long and short of this tank top. I'm really excited. I haven't worn it outside yet. I'm gonna go take pictures today, and I'm excited to actually wear it. I always like wearing my head knits for, like, you know, a special occasion. I'm going out doing something, and with the pandemic, I'm pretty much staying inside or just taking walks. I'm not going to restaurants or really doing many social activities, so I don't feel like I have an opportunity to wear my hand knits as often. It's a little bit disappointing, but I still should just say, oh, it's a fun day, you know what? Let's wear a hand knit. So I did that the other day, and I'm going to show you the one that I wore earlier this week. And anyway, this is again the Streamlined tank top by 2 of Wands, knit in Wool & Gang's Tina Tape yarn, which is Tencel. And I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching my channel.